Today's video, we're going to talk about 15 different ideas on where you can get some retro gaming goodness, starting right now. Hey guys, today's video we're going to talk about 15 different locations that you might not have thought about on where you can get some retro games or gaming accessories. We're going to cover it in 3 different topics for each: convenience, pricing, and availability. Let's go. So the first option is actually storage unit auctions. Now, these are going to be very, very hit or miss, and that's why I scored it so low. You want to reach out to the actual storage unit place and see if they actually even do this, because they might not. But it's an option. Estate auctions can be good too, but the likelihood of them having video games is on the low side. But if there is nobody else there that wants the video games, the pricing is going to be great on that. Church rummage sales. You'd be surprised, because a lot of times they have clothing and knick-knacky type stuff, but you might find video games at one too. And if you do, it's going to be on the cheap. That's for sure. Search online for churches, and then you can give them a call and see when they're actually having a rummage sale. Antique malls are another option as well, but they are going to be typically more spread out, so you're going to get your steps in. And you might or you might not find games. It's kind of a crapshoot on that, but you might find other advertisements, or maybe cups you had as a kid, or other like advertising collectibles that you might dig as well. Pawn stores are another option as well. So you can give them a call and ask them even to take a photo and text you the photo of the games that they have. That way it saves you a trip. Garage or yard sales are a great option. The only problem is you don't know what they're going to have when you get there. It's a lot of in and out of the car, walking up the driveway, depending on the weather and how hot it is outside. But if you do find something, typically it's going to be cheap. Flea markets are another great option. However, there's 2 things. You want to go early because it'll be cooler and you'll have the best selection. I've got a video you can hit for a couple tactics on what to do at flea market as well. Thrift stores are another great option because you can hit them on your way to or from work, or even if you're out running errands. I'm breaking it up into 2 subcategories, one for the bigger ones such as Goodwill, Savers, or Salvation Army, because they do things a little bit differently than the smaller ones. Typically, the resources that the smaller locations are less, so they don't have somebody price checking them, whereas the bigger ones are going to have them shipped off to a warehouse and then sold online for a little bit more margin for them, which is great for their charity. Secondhand stores such as Half Price Books or Disc Replay, you're going to have a little bit of a higher price, but again, they have a wider selection, so their game availability is there. It's also a nice stop when you're out and about too. Retro game stores are another great option for you as well. They're going to have a better availability, but you're also going to pay more for them, but they are fairly convenient if they are in a good location. You also want to talk to your family about it. So tell your extended family about your hobby. I'm sure your siblings or your parents know that you are a collector or gamer. If you tell your extended family, they might know somebody that has some as well that might just want to get rid of them. You want to tell your friends, and friends not in the hobby already. Tell your other friends, because they might have something sitting in their basement, or they might know somebody that's getting rid of stuff and moving. You never know where stuff can come from. You'd be surprised. Let your neighbors know. This seems like a no-brainer, but tell your neighbors, because they might have kids that have gone off to college and they just want to get rid of the stuff. Also, it's good to be neighborly too. So this way you get to know them, help them out, they help you out. Your coworkers are another great option as well, but you don't want to badger them with it. It's a fine line. You don't want to be the pest in the office either. You have a couple different options for when you're doing online as well. For example, Facebook Marketplace is a great spot to get some good deals. I've heard a lot of great things from people that have used it and have gotten very good deals out of it. You also have Mercari, Craigslist, and OfferUp as well. Now, sometimes people think they have gold in their closet, but you just ignore them and you just chase after the good deals. As long as you set up your searches and filters and your alerts, it should be fairly easy to find the stuff. There's also online storefronts for the brick and mortar stores. So for example, like Starland or Pinkarilla, they will sell their games online as well. Then there's always eBay. eBay, you're going to pay top dollar, or at least market value for it. But you will find all the games that you want on there, but you're going to pay through the nose for it. Conventions are another option as well. I know we're in the time of COVID and we're not seeing any conventions going on, but after this passes, it will resume. So you've got something like the Comic-Cons. They're going to be a little bit less likely to have something than a actual retro gaming convention, but you might find them. And then there's the retro gaming conventions, where all of our people gather to sell, swap, trade, what have you. And that's one of your best options for getting your hands on this stuff. One thing to note, for multi-day conventions, the longer it goes on, the better pricing you're going to get, because they don't want to take it home. At the end of the day, it comes down to one of two things: right place, right time, or the time to money ratio. You can either pay a lot of money and get it right now, or wait a little bit and maybe pay a little bit less in the long run. All right, I hope I've given you at least a few more ideas on where you can possibly get some retro games. I'm also trying to be more energetic and upbeat. This I've noticed in my past videos, I've kind of been droning on and da-da-da-da-da. So we're trying to be more excited, more energetic. So I hope you've enjoyed. Be good to each other. Have a good day.